We begin here tonight with an issue out on the roads during this 5 o'clock commute. Take a look here, I-35 at Benton City Road. You can see there is a vehicle on fire, according to TxDOT. This is not far from Von Army area. You can see it's got at least the 3 lanes closed that we know of. Traffic at a standstill, both on the main lanes here along I-35 as well as right there on the access road. You can see cars trying to figure out an alternate route. But I-35, Benton City Road, that's where the camera here is. So if you know anybody coming or going through that location, something to be aware of. A vehicle fire. It looks like it might be a large truck of some kind, maybe even a box truck, possibly an 18-wheeler. We'll try to gather some more information about this, but the road's impassable. I-35, not far from Von Army. It took more than 12 hours to pick a jury, but now the trial for three former San Antonio police officers is underway. Alfred Flores, Eleazar Alejandro, and Nathaniel Villalobos face charges for the shooting death of Melissa Perez in June of 2023. Our Erica Hernandez joins us live from the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. So Erica, 3 defendants on trial here, each one with their own attorneys. The feel in the courtroom, it's unique for this trial.
Yeah, Myra, that's correct. It is very unique. It's probably one of the most unique cases we've covered here, and it is jam-packed in that courtroom. There was not one seat available when this trial began earlier this afternoon, and the tensions are high in this case. Now, the 3 former officers, one by one, pleaded not guilty to all the charges. Those charges are for fatally shooting Melissa Perez, who was having what was alleged to be a mental health crisis. Police responded to her apartment after she cut wires from the fire alarm system and fired shots at her after she swung a hammer at them from inside her apartment. The state and defense presented 2 different versions of what happened on June 23, 2023. The state saying Perez had every right to protect herself.
It doesn't matter if you're 5'1". You're 5'1" and you swing this into somebody's face. You're 5'1" and you swing this into them. You can cause serious bodily injury or death. Everybody knows that. This is a deadly weapon.
Don't get to see him for Christmas.
So yeah, that was actually the defense there speaking in opening arguments. As, like I said, they are saying that their main focus, they allege Perez had committed at least 6 aggravated assaults against a police officer by swinging a hammer at them, which they believe justified this shooting.
It doesn't matter if you're 5'1". You're 5'1" and you swing this into somebody's face. You're 5'1" and you swing this into them. You can cause serious bodily injury or death. Everybody knows that. This is a deadly weapon.
Don't get to
Now, the other defense attorneys gave opening as well, but all with that same message that they believe this was a justified shooting. Now, all of that, what was being talked about in opening arguments, will be broken down during testimony and evidence presented to the jury. And the defense is going to scrutinize all of it, including that body cam footage that was taken by each of those officers. Now, you can watch it all live. We are live streaming this trial on all our digital platforms. Live at the Kadena Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Erica, thank you. A 14-year-old has died and another 14-year-old has been taken into custody after a shooting on northeast side of Bexar County. Our Sarah Acosta is live at the intersection near Seguin Road in the Wood Lake area where that shooting happened earlier this morning. So Sarah, what else have we learned about this case involving 2 such young people?
Well, Myra, it's a sad way to start the weekend for both families involved. We have one teen that is dead. The other teen is facing life-altering consequences. Now, the shooting happened here at this intersection of Wood Lake and Lakeview at 11 o'clock this morning. Let's take a look at what that scene looked like earlier. Now, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office was called out around 11 o'clock for a 14-year-old boy with a gunshot to his upper body. He was taken to BAMC, where he later died. Now, deputies say they were able to locate another 14-year-old boy running into a home about a half-mile away from this location. He was taken into custody, and Sheriff Javier Salazar says he is the suspect. Salazar says they were able to recover a handgun wrapped in clothes nearby that they believe is the murder weapon. The motive for the shooting is unclear at this time. The sheriff says it's a tragic day for both families involved.
Any loss of life is heartbreaking, but when here in this instance we've got 2 young lives, one taken and one seriously affected through his own actions, of course, the suspect in the case, but over what? I can't imagine at present. I don't know what the motive is, but I can't imagine anything that would be worth what happened today.
The names of the 2 teens involved have not been released, and the sheriff says releasing any other details about this investigation may take some time since it involves 2 minors. And we asked the sheriff if they knew why both teens were not in school this morning. He did say that the area we are in has a 4-day holiday weekend. Now, we are in Judson ISD, and the nearest high school is Wagner High School. The sheriff was not able to confirm if both teens are part of this district or that high school. I just got off the phone with the sheriff's office, and they have told me at this time that the juvenile is still in questioning and no charges have been filed at this time. Live from the northeast side of Bexar County, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. The state's new safety rules threaten to shut down some summer camps across Texas next summer, apparently. Today, camp owners told regulators that sweeping safety rules meant to prevent another July 4th disaster would force many Texas youth camps to close because of the high cost of complying. The regulations hike overnight camp licensing fees from $750 to $11,000. The licensing fees for day camps would increase from $250 to as high as $3,200. Families of victims from Camp Mystic, where 27 people died in those July 4th floods, say that safety must come first, even if it is costly. The rules will take effect on January 1st, and all camps must comply in order to open in 2026. An emotional 3.5-year wait culminated today in Uvalde with the ribbon cutting and opening of the brand new Legacy Elementary School. Our Ernie Zuniga was there and takes us inside that ceremony.
It was a celebration 1,200 days in the making, but also a somber reminder as to why a new elementary school had to be built in Uvalde.
Bittersweet is definitely a good word to describe this, because this school would not be in existence were it not be the tragedy that happened in May of 2022.
This school is truly unique in what it represents, what we have attempted to overcome, and what we offer for the souls that walk into this school.
As the ribbon was being cut,
1, 2, 3.
there were reminders everywhere of the tragedy that unfolded less than 3 miles away back in 2022. From the giant memorial oak tree standing tall in the school library to more subtle tributes and the victims' families who insisted on being here today.
We have to support the people that donated. We have to support the people that built this thing, this school, this beautiful campus. And as hard as it is, we sit here with them as well. They've been with us from the beginning, and we're going to be with them.
This evening and into the weekend, the teachers will begin to move their classrooms here into Legacy Elementary before the kids get their turn next week to visit this campus and get more acquainted with their new school. The first official day of classes is Monday, October 20th, and the mascot here will be the Coyotes. In Uvalde, I'm Ernie Zuniga, KSAT 12 News.
All right, let's get a first check at the forecast. Right now, things kind of all quiet, but we've got something to look forward to, Adam.
Yeah, we do. Quiet right now. I'm showing you this because we had a few pop-up showers at this time the past couple of days. That's obviously not the case right now. And actually, you look farther to the east, not even a single cloud out in the sky. The clouds are generally along and west of I-35. So the mornings are going to be much better with the drier air in place. Temperatures mid-60s, even some upper 50s and lower 60s in outlying areas, especially in the hill country in the mornings going forward. Humidity, it's low, and it's going to stay that way for quite some time. We're still looking for some moisture. Pacific moisture is going to stay to the west, and we have other systems as well that we're watching. I'll show you where they end up in just a bit.
All right, Adam, thanks. It is payday for the federal workforce, but today several workers received their final check until Congress reaches a deal and ends the government shutdown. Even after it reopens, some may not have work to return to. At Fort Hood, several military families already feeling the impact of that shutdown, having to wait in line at a food pantry for 2 hours this morning.
We've come a couple times before, but we haven't felt the actual need to come until the government shut down.
Today, the Federal Office of Management and Budget confirms layoffs have begun and that they are, quote, substantial. A group of activists took to the steps of City Hall today, again protesting Proposition B. That's the prop before voters that would use Bexar County dollars to help pay for a new Spurs arena. The group's Cop Metro opposes that measure. It would use a tax on hotel stays and car rentals to put up to $311 million toward a new arena at Hemisphere. The total cost of that arena is estimated to be $1.3 billion. The group believes there are hidden costs in the deal.
To this end, our goal for today is transparency as we properly break down the cost of the plan. This November 4th vote starts a domino effect that will impact our San Antonio families.
Supporters of Prop B have coined it a tourist tax, since it's a tax paid by anyone who rents a car or stays in a hotel room. Those dollars are restricted by the state and can only be used to promote the convention and tourism industry. The November 4th vote is the only chance for the public to have a say on arena funding. The Spurs will also foot part of the bill, as well as the city, but those dollars are not up for a public vote. Come join KSAT tomorrow for a night of hope and remembrance at Blood Cancer United's Light the Night in San Antonio. It is happening at the Rocket La Cantera. This is a family-friendly event that honors those affected by blood cancers, celebrates the survivors, and shines a light on the importance of research. There will be music, food trucks, and a remembrance ceremony, all before the walk begins at 7:30 p.m. Participants carry lanterns, white for survivors, red for supporters, and gold for those we've lost, creating a powerful display of unity and hope. Admission is free and everyone is invited. You can also scan that QR code right there to donate as well. Also happening this weekend, it is the 3rd annual Souls Walking for Souls Fentanyl Awareness Walk. It's organized by Angel Moms, mothers who have lost their children to fentanyl. It is this Sunday from 3 to 8 p.m. at the Green Line at Brooks City Base. That event includes a 1-mile walk, a resource fair, and community connection. Our own Courtney Friedman will be the MC. Do you have old batteries lying around the house? We know what you can do with them. Still ahead, find out how you can recycle those for some free festival tickets. Plus, happening now, first responders searching through debris after a deadly explosion at a manufacturing plant in Tennessee. We hear from rescuers next. Multiple people have died after a major explosion at an explosives manufacturing plant in Tennessee. This happened just outside of Nashville. You could see that heavy smoke going high up into the air. There was burning debris in a field with smoke billowing up in the air, mangled metal. It was all scattered around, and a lot of vehicles damaged there in the parking lot as well. Officials say this explosion happened at the Accurate Energetic Systems. That's near the town of Bucksnort. The plant handles military explosives with multiple buildings on site, one at least now destroyed. The Hickman County mayor says that many people are still unaccounted for.
We have been able to confirm that we do have 19 souls. That we're looking for. So, excuse me, I ask you to keep in mind those families.
The Hickman County Sheriff saying this investigation will take days as crews sift through all that rubble. This week on Pickup Lines, a candid conversation with one of our own here at KSAT, meteorologist Sarah Spivey. She is a Clark High School grad, but she's not originally from San Antonio. Sarah was born in Kansas and moved to SA when she was in the 8th grade. She grew up with a love for both theater and weather and pursued TV meteorology as a way to kind of combine the two. She's also a talented musician and a singer in both English and Spanish.
I did spend some time, this is going to be funny, I did spend some time singing Selena songs.
In Spanish?
In Spanish.
Anything. I need a moment.
We need video proof. Sarah also gets personal about a childhood ear condition that caused her to lose her hearing, and a personal struggle that she deals with to this day. The latest episode of Pickup Lines premieres at 5:30 right after this newscast and replays at 7:30 this evening, all on the free KSAT Plus app, or you can watch it now on KSAT.com. Just search Pickup Lines. Do you have old batteries lying around the house? This Saturday, tomorrow, October 11th, you can trade them in for a Pass to Battery Fest. It is a fun citywide event with food, games, even fire trucks to check out. This is all about battery safety and fire prevention, so bring your old batteries to the Solid Waste Center on Loop 410 and join the fun from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Let's take a look outside with live cam. We have been waiting for this drop in humidity, and now I'm excited for Saturday morning, Adam.
Oh, it's going to be so much better. Evenings and mornings are going to feel very pleasant compared to what we've been dealing with. Lower humidity is going to lead to cooler morning temperatures and near average morning. So let's take a look at tomorrow morning. This is what we're expecting. Within about 410 and 1604, about 63, 64 degrees. You get in outline areas, especially into the hill country, some upper 50s. Comfort, Bernie, Bulverde, 59. Even Nixon and Gonzales, 58 and 59 respectively. So noticeable change tomorrow morning. And then going forward within San Antonio, mid-60s for morning temperatures for the foreseeable future. But keep in mind, you trim off a few degrees here for outline areas outside the city. And the average low is 63. So we're still going to be a little above that, but at least closer to it. And here's the key. The dew points are down in the 50s. Dewey's in the 50s, so we're in that comfortable category. So the prime time in the evening, I think, is once that sun gets lower, so you're not feeling the warmth from the sun, and the temperature then starts to drop a little between about 7 p.m. and especially 7 to 9 p.m. I think is really the sweet spot in the evening outside in this kind of weather. And the dew points are going to stay low for pretty much the foreseeable future. All the way through the weekend into next week, we're not going to see a spike in the humidity and the dew points. Of course, it does help to have the humidity in terms of making rain. But the problem is we don't have a system that could make us rain even if we had humidity. So I'm just going to enjoy the lack of mugginess. And if we can't make rain or don't have a system to make it, so be it. At least we'll have a slightly more comfortable conditions. Two systems out there in the Pacific, the remnants of what was previously Hurricane Priscilla and what is now Tropical Storm Raymond. The remnants of Priscilla already streaming into the desert southwest, and the remnants of Raymond will follow suit and even make it into West Texas and the Panhandle. Now, because of the upper level high, the Big Blue H, it's going to funnel all that Pacific moisture into the Four Corners region. So we're talking Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and then a separate system drops in to give the western U.S. a good chunk of rain. Unfortunately, the Big Blue H blocks it all away from us. So that's why we don't even have the possibility of making rain, even if we had the humidity. Keep in mind that those areas getting the rain, they need it too. They really do. The Four Corners and even West Texas, they could use the rain. I know we needed it as well, but what I'm, I guess, trying to point out here is at least where it's going, it is needed, right? It's not going to areas that have a surplus of rainfall. Really quickly, this is actually Jerry. Jerry's moving northward. It's going to remain a tropical storm and head east of Bermuda. 91 right now. That dew point of 53, that's the key. Shirts at 94, Kerrville 89, 93, Santa Maria, Seguin at 90 degrees. And temperature is cooling quickly. By 7 o'clock, 86, 9 o'clock, 79. And then tomorrow morning, as I said, low to mid 60s, but still sunny and 92 in the afternoon. You'll feel the warmth in the afternoons. We'll have total sunshine, the sun beating down on us every day here going forward. That's why I say 7 to 9 p.m. is really that sweet spot in the evenings, Myra.
All right, Adam, thank you. Okay, Larry, time for some Friday Night Lights. We are watching the Unicorns and the Chargers in our Game of the Week.
Yeah, so we are in week 7 now of high school football season, and our Game of the Week will feature the New Braunfels Unicorns at the Bernie champion Chargers, and the Chargers want to knock the Unicorns from the ranks of the unbeaten. And Mary Rominger is up at the State Fair of Texas for some college football and food coming up. Bernie Champion will host New Braunfels tonight in our game of the week. It's the Chargers versus the Unicorns. Bernie Champion is 3-2 this season and 1-1 in District 13-5A1. The Champion Chargers lead the all-time series 2-1. The home side is feeling fresh off a bye week, and they're aiming to give the Unicorns their first loss of the season.
Hey, they're 5-0 and they're a great team. Anybody that's 5-0 is great, and so we're excited about the challenge. They run to the ball very well defensively. They do a great job, and then offensively, they do a great job of running the ball. And so we've got a tall task, but we're up for the challenge and excited for it.
The Unicorns enter tonight's game 5-0 overall and 2-0 in district. They sit atop the district standings with 2-0 Smithson Valley, but the Unicorns are the only team in 13-5A1 this season with a perfect record overall. The Unicorns are coming off a bye week as well, and they are ready to go.
I thought we handled the off week really well. Got a chance to put some extra time in on Bernie Champion, which is always good because they're a tough opponent, and it's going to be a tough test for us at their place. So I thought it came at the right time, and I thought we handled it well.
New Braunfels at Bernie Champion is our game of the week tonight, and kick is set for 7 p.m. at Bernie ISD Stadium. Highlights on the night beat. On the road trip, we'll see Dilley at Stockdale and Cotulla at Poth. We'll check in with Stockdale tonight at 6. The State Fair of Texas kicked off 2 weeks ago today, and this weekend is when rides, games, food, and football collide. The scene is all set for the 121st edition of the Red River rivalry between the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. That will go down tomorrow live on KSAT 12. KSAT 12 sports reporter Mary Rominger and photojournalist Adam Higgins made the trip to Dallas this morning to check out the savory side of things.
Hey Larry, we're having a blast at the State Fair of Texas, hanging out with Big Tex, and we all know tomorrow it's going to be all about football, the Red River rivalry, but today we're here at the fair trying all the food. Adam Higgins and I went on a food tour through a couple of vendors and heard their really interesting backstories and tried some unique food that is offered this year at the State Fair, one including the fried pickle bomb. Trust me, it's a whole experience. We'll have that story coming up for you at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Mary. We'll see you again at 6. And hey, tonight the Spurs will host the Utah Jazz at 7 at the Frostbank Center as they continue preseason play. We'll be right back.